Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to learn higher mathematics of grade 9-10 book. Exercise 11.1. Topic is coordinate geometry. First of all, we are going to learn if two points coordinates are given, then determining the distance of that 2 points. So the topic is two points. Suppose one point is P, coordinate is x1, y1, and other point is Q, that coordinate is x2, y2. Then we are going to determine the distance of that 2 points. So determine the distance between P and Q. So this is the question. So how we are going to solve? So first of all, think this is a Cartesian plane. Two straight lines are there. One is x, O, x prime, and other one is y, O, y prime, that intersected at origin O. So the first point is P. Suppose it is located at first quadrant. So this is P, and another point that is also in, suppose, first quadrant. So Q. So what is our purpose? We are going to determine the distance between P and Q. So what to do? How to determine? That's the formula. Or first let the formula. So distance between P and Q, that will be denoted by PQ, which is just as shown as a side of any triangle or quadrilateral or any line segment. So formula always is like a square root of x1 minus x2 whole square positive y1 minus y2 whole square. Same formula we can write like this way also. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square is of square root. So what is the differences between these two formulas? Actually there is no difference, because think x1 is 5 and x2 is 3. So determine the difference of x1 and x2. It will be like 5 minus 3. The result will be 2. Now if I ask you to subtract x1 from x2, x1 from x2, so it will be 3 negative 5. So minus 2. We can find out, we can clearly see that x1 negative x2 and x2 negative x1 are not same. But same thing, if I determine a square, what happens? If I determine x2 minus x1 whole square, it will be like 2 whole square is equal to 4. Again, if I am determining, it is negative 2, right? Negative 2 whole square. If I determine the square of x1 minus x2, so what we will get? We'll get the same result, because x1 minus x2 is 2. After determining a square, the result comes same. So we can say x1 minus x2 whole square is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square. From this method, from this proposition, we can find out that there's no difference between these two formulas. So if you want to write x1 minus x2 whole square positive y, if you want to write pq is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square positive y2 minus y1 whole square, so there is actually no difference between these two formulas. So however you want to apply, you can use. Now let's find out, let's apply somewhere. Because before applying, let me show you something. Consider 2 points. One point is 2 comma 3 and another point is 7 comma minus 9. So if someone is asking to determine the distance between A and B, which we can write in short as AB. So by seeing AB, we can understand that length of side AB or the distance between 2 points A and B. So same method, same formula, but before that consider A as the first point and B as the second point, or vice versa, whatever, you can take B as first point also. So think this is the coordinate of A, so abscissa of A coordinate will be denoted by x1 and ordinate of this coordinate or point A we will consider as y1. So x1's value will be 2 and y1 will take as 3. As the second point we will consider x2 as 7 and y2 as negative 9. So we can write in a corner also, this is for just understanding, x1 is 2, x2 is 7, y1 is 3 and y2 as negative 9. So this is for our placing value. So what will happen, we'll just write the formula. So the formula was x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Now I'm going to place the values. So x1 is 2 minus from formula, x2 is 7 whole square positive y1 as 3 minus sign from formula, but value of y2 is also negative, so I'm going to place in a bracket and second term or second expression as whole square, it is also from the formula. So 2 minus 7 is minus 5 whole square, and if we calculate 3 and positive 9, 3 9s are 12 whole square, a square root. So 5 square, negative 5 whole square is equal to 25 plus 144. So it will be a square root of 169, and we know a square root of 169 is 13. So the length of AB or the distance of A from B is 13 unit. So if we observe, if we consider in a graph, let me draw just a handwritten graph. Let me draw two straight lines. These two will be two perpendicular straight lines. So x o x prime and y o y prime just intersected perpendicularly. So think two points were, what are those points? 2 comma 3 and 7 comma minus 9. So I'm taking the equal distances from x-axis, so 2, and from here perpendicularly I am going 3 steps to reach at point O. That coordinate is 2 comma 3 and the other one is 7 comma minus 9. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and as negative y, so according to y prime it will go below. So negative direction of y, I am going to take 9 steps, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So think this is our position of point B according to the coordinate 7 comma minus 9. So what I am going to do, we are going to find the distance of these two points. So it will be a straight line and it will be 13 unit according to the formula, and if we use our graph paper, we will determine the distance also from that graph paper. Now three vertices of a triangle are given. Suppose point A, vertices A is coordinate is 1, 7, B is -3, 5, and C is 0, -9. So I am asking what type of triangle ABC is according to the length. So what to do? First of all, we can place the vertices in a graph paper. So I'm going to draw y-axis and x-axis to perpendicular straight lines. So x O x prime and y O y prime, two perpendicular straight lines are here. So a slight mistake is here, it will be positive x. So think 1, 7. So I'm going to take positive 1 step, and from here positive 7 steps along with y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So consider this is our point A, and the coordinate is 1, 7. So the second one is B, the vertex B, and -3, 5. So as it is abscissa is -3, so it will be along with left negative x-axis. So first -3 steps along with x-axis, and from there we will go upward along with the y-axis positive side, and 5 steps I'm going from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So consider this is our B point. So -3, 5, and the third one is 0, -9. So origin is 0, and as ordinate is -9, so we'll go downward and 9 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is our point C, and coordinate is 0, -9. So just draw this one. So AB. So what to do, as the question was we are going to determine the characteristic of triangle ABC, what type of triangle it's going to be. So first of all, we'll determine the length of AB, then length of BC, and length of AC. So we can come to a conclusion what type of triangle it is. So our work will be very easy, determining the length, and we know how to determine the length. So first of all, we are going to determine length of AB. So AB is equal, here the same formula we can write it, that x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So we have to take any of it as x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. So I'm going to take point A as the first point, so I'll consider x1 as 1 and y1 as 7, and -3 is x2, and 5 is value of y2. So I'm going to place this one. So the next line will be x1 was 1 minus from formula, and it was -3 as the value of x2. Again y1 is 7 minus 5 whole square. So just simply calculate it, and it will be 1 plus 3 is equal to 4 square, means 16. It will be 2 square, that means 4 square root of this value, so it will be a square root of 20. and if we solve, so length of AB will turn into 2 root 5. The students who are not familiar with this, are not familiar of this figure, how to write any number under a square root, and that is not a prime number definitely in this shape. So let me show you. The number under a square root, will just factorize it according to the Euclid's method. So 20 is one of the factor is 2, so you can write 10. Again 10 can be divided by 2. As we have figured out, 20 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So from each pair we'll write one of the number outside of the square root, and the number who are alone, it will be under the square root sign. So we can write 20, square root of 20 as 2 root over 5. So this is a technique. Now similar way we will determine the length of BC and length of AC. So you have to figure it out at home. Do at home and tell me what type of triangle is triangle ABC. But let me say you something. If you figure it out that length of AB, BC and CA are same measurements are coming, so we can say as the comment, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. If you find out any two of it are same, two of the sides are equal, so triangle ABC can be written as isosceles triangle. And if you figure it out, three of the sides are unequal, that means none of the sides are having equal length. So triangle ABC will be considered as a scalene triangle. But one more thing, we know about Pythagoras, and in Pythagoras theorem we know a square root of hypotenuse is sum of a square root of other two sides, that can be written as base square plus height square or altitude square. Now same way, sometime it can be like a triangle is there, you measured three sides. In a scalene triangle you find out three sides are consecutively 3 unit, 4 unit and 5 units. Now even it is a scalene, or sometime you can get this is in an isosceles triangle also, that a square of the biggest side, here AC is our biggest side that we can easily observe, is equal to the sum of other two sides. Other two sides are AB, so a square of AB is 3 square, that is 9, and the square of BC is 4 square, that is 16. Now if we add, so by adding what I will get, AB square plus BC square is equal to 9 plus 16, which is also 25. So we can say by the formula of Pythagoras, it is equal to AC square. So summation of two sides square is equal to the square of other side. So this type of triangle we can say as a right angle triangle. So ABC is a right angled triangle. Now we know some characteristics of rectangle and parallelogram. They are almost same. We know opposite sides of rectangle and parallelogram are both equal to each other. Do you know what is the difference between parallelogram and rectangle? The main difference between parallelogram and rectangle is diagonal, and obviously the angle is also there. We know each angle of rectangle is right angle, where parallelograms each angle are not right angles. So in rectangle, if someone is giving you coordinates of 4 vertices and asking even this quadrilateral is a rectangle or parallelogram, so what to do? We will determine the sides, and here according to this figure we'll find out two of the sides length will be always same. So here AB and CD will be equal, and how to determine this length? You maybe did not forget, that is square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So first of all we'll determine length of 4 sides. From there we'll figure it out. Two of the pairs will be equal to each other, the length of sides. So in this figure, according to this name of this figure, it will be BC and AD are equal, and AB and CD. And the third thing, that is diagonal. In diagonal also the length of diagonals are same, so AC and BD will be equal to each other. So these two are for sides and this one for diagonal. And if someone is asking if it is a parallelogram or not, so what to do? Similar way we will determine the length of sides, that is a parallelogram. We know the angles are not right angle, so here also we will figure it out that two of the pair of sides will be equal to each other. So according to this figure, AB and CD will be same measurement of length, and BC and AD will also same. But what will happen? The diagonal that are not equal in length, and we can see also length of diagonals are AC and BD, which are not of equal lengths. So in this case it will be length of AC and length of BD, that means two diagonals will not be equal lengths. So according to, if we get these three conditions, we will say the given vertices of this quadrilateral is parallelogram, is forming a parallelogram, and in the previous case it will be forming a rectangle. Now similar way we can get the given quadrilaterals, the coordinates of the quadrilaterals, is that going to be a square or rhombus. So we know the characteristics of rhombus and square are almost same. Both are having equal length of sides. So consider this is a square and each of the sides are equal lengths. So if someone is giving you 4 coordinates of these vertices and asking if it is a square or not, so what to do? We will determine the lengths. First of all, lengths of each side will be same, so AB, length of BC, length of CD and length of AD will be equal to each other. So it is going to be the side. And the second thing, just like rectangle, the length of diagonals are also equal to each other. So AC and length of BD are equal to each other. And what happens with rhombus? We know the rhombus is also same way. All of the sides are equal, but the basic difference, you know, angles are not right angle, but each side are equal to each other. And just like parallelogram, lengths are not going to be equal to each other. And we can see also one diagonal is bigger than other one. So ABCD, the 4 vertices will be given, and if they are asking if it is a rhombus or not, so first same way we'll determine the lengths, and where all the length of sides will be equal to each other. So AB, CD, BD and AD, all of them will be same, but the diagonal, the second condition, that will not be equal to each other. So we will get the length of diagonal AC and length of diagonal BD will not be equal to each other. So we can write the comment that in the first case this will be a square cause all the 4 sides are equal in lengths, but the diagonals are also equal in lengths. So these 4 vertices will be given as coordinates of a square. And similar way we will determine the all 4 sides of this quadrilateral, they will be equal to each other, but the diagonals will not be equal. So we can write the given vertices of ABCD in the second case. This forms a rhombus. So thank you for today, and see you again, and practice at home. Don't go outside, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you everyone.